Hey, my name's Brodi Sale. We're just on the North Shore of Oahu. I've been here for around 3 months. We're at Kelly's right now, just moved into Kelly's for the week. These are my Houdinis that I've been riding this winter, and yeah, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about them and what I've done on them and how they work for me. All these Houdinis are based off the stock Houdini file, Tokoro LFTs. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just experimenting like little details in each board. I'm just experimenting whether it's the tail or the thickness or the width. We got a 5'11", 6'0", 6'4", and a 6'6". So yeah, this board and this board I've actually only had for like the last week, but I had two boards identical just before. So yeah, these are just basically replacements of the exact board. But yeah, so these boards are the first boards I experimented with going like quite a bit wider than normal. Before this winter, or I should say probably before like September, I was riding 18 quarter, just over 18 and quarter, and these boards are 18 3/4. But yeah, it's a game changer. If it's night and day for me. I can just notice it as soon as I stand up, just being able to just stand up, highline, and just off I go. I have all the speed I need. So when it comes to like this board and this board, I can pretty much ride it in similar ways. But yeah, I pretty much ride my this is a 5'11". I ride my 5'11" when it's like whatever, 2 to 4 foot, 2 to 3 foot, and I'll ride it at Rockies no matter what. And then yeah, this board I just ride when it just gets a little bit bigger and a little bit more meat. If it's like 4 to 5 foot off the wall or something. They're basically the same board. Just I'll ride the 6.0 if it gets a little bit more juicier and a little bit yeah, bigger basically. They're both Swallowtails. I for the most part have 90% of my boards in Swallows. I really like them, especially in smaller waves, because I feel like they're kind of perfect. Swallowtails, they release when you want them to release, and hold when you want them to hold, for the most part. When it gets like a little bit bigger, like if it's like Haleiwa or something, I think a round pin might be a better option. But these boards for off the wall and Rockies and the sandbar right out here and that kind of stuff, I think they're perfect. I just created space for my 6'2" that I just broke the other day. So, but that was a 6'2" round pin, really good at Haleiwa, best board I've had for Haleiwa for sure. That 6'2" I was riding from like 4 to 6, 4 to 8 Haleiwa. I just rode that 6'2" literally to the death. Like I pretty much rode that and everything over 4 foot at Haleiwa and even Backdoor. Brings us to my 6'4". My 6'4", I actually had no idea how good of a board it was until I broke the 6'2", because then Haleiwa got to be like, you know, same. It was like 6 to 8, 4 to 6, like Haleiwa. So I didn't want to ride the smaller board, and I wanted to ride a little bit bigger board. And to be honest, I hadn't really ridden it that much because I was so psyched on my 6'2". But then I went to my 6'4", and it felt really good. I probably got some of my better clips at Haleiwa this winter on this board. So this board, probably what I felt like was one of my better turns this winter. A couple weeks ago, just felt like I really just held all the way through. It was a smaller insider at Haleiwa, but it was just one turn that for me I've been working on lengthening my carves and, you know, figuring out all the details before and during and after the turn, and I felt like I had done that turn pretty good on this board. So yeah, that was I like that clip. It was cool. Now to my 6'6". This board is an oldie but a goodie. I've had this board from last winter. As you can see, I haven't really changed the wax out in a while. but yeah, this board's really good. This is my sunset board. This is my pretty much I'll ride this at sunset when it's 6 foot to 12 foot, 10 foot. I also ride it like backdoor too, when it's like 8 foot. I actually won my first like major WSL. Yeah, I won my first WSL event on it at Sunset. So this is my Sunset board for sure. I would call it my Sunset board more than anything else. I don't know why, but I always seem to find myself over the top of this board, which is kind of what you want at Sunset, because Sunset's known for just, you know, fucking you off. Maybe it's just like a connection I have with this board, but I always seem to just land on my feet. So it's a good one for Sunset. So yeah, that's my whole Houdini Quiver, and based off of the stock Houdini file, and hopefully I get to ride one of them soon when this wind and rain clears up. Actually, the rain cleared up, so maybe the wind will be shortly after, so get out there. Yoop.